Bethany Snodgrass. I was in the pilot episode of 2.5 Sock Puppets. I am also a paralegal by day. I'm from Yellow Springs, Ohio. I moved with my best friend to Anaheim to pursue acting. We had a showing on Seneca Drive at a place, I believe it was called Vintage Apartments. And we were just moving in town. We couldn't really touch anywhere closer to the studios, so our commutes were from hell, but that's another story. We got Starbucks before the showing to kind of perform our morning ritual and get comfortable. We arrived, and it was your run-of-the-mill attached apartment complex built in, I would say, the 60s. Right away, I noticed this half-abandoned, 2-story, off-the-wall building from across the property we were looking at, and it kind of brought all of our blood sugars down on this purchase, but we had to get this done. This was the early 2000s. There was a lot of aggressive, moving activity with California, as there typically is. As we were walking into the property in question, I got this sense that something had a vantage from that odd building on us when we were going in and out of the property we were considering. Long story short, we went through the showing half ready to close because I couldn't shake the feeling that building was giving me. As we were walking back towards our car, we saw a glowing orb from the second story of the building in broad daylight. And we were both terrified. And then I heard a voice say,
"Mucho queso."
We were absolutely terrified. I looked at my friend and said, "What was that noise?" She said, "That's not a noise. That's Mexican." I said, "I'm a white chick from the Midwest. I don't speak Mexican." She said, "You don't have to." And we both started running back to our car to meet the landlord. We told him about the glowing orb and the voice in the second story of the building in broad daylight, and he said, "That's impossible. That building has been vacant for years." So at this point, we've lost our shit. We hop into the car, but the only through street going back to the main is going right by that building. On our way out, we saw a crazy image in one of the windows of a face within a face. And despite my ability to focus and get us out of there, I did snap it with my cell. I'll share the image with you. I can't look at the image. It's terrifying. After we cooled off, we returned home to discover that a Mexican worker at a theme park responsible for a Ferris wheel tragedy committed puppicide there. Needless to say, we did not close on that property across the street.